Hello my friends, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Hunting Rocks. As always, I am your hunting guide Jeff, and today I'm back up at my favorite trilobite spot trying to find some trilobites, and I already did. I found one. I'm working in some rock that they're moving for the place they're building. It's going to be a World War II memorial, but anywho, let me show you what I found real quick. Okay, so I was breaking through this porous rock here. This is real old material. It's starting to, I mean, literally just come apart. But inside that piece of material, it was on the outside, I found this little guy. It's a pretty good sized Calamity celebra. Sadly, I don't think his tail is there, and I don't think I'll be able to get this guy completely out just because of the age. And yeah, you can see he's kind of gotten messed up over time. This limestone dolomite mix, this dullstone stuff, whatever it is the bluffs are made of, they a lot of times in bad harsh weather it gets real soft. But I am going to pop it right through here, and I will take this little dude home, because you know, if I don't, he's going to be lost and never seen again. So just gonna break the rock a little bit, try not to break near him. There we go, and there we have him. Look at that right there. All right, little guy, let's get you home, give you a good home. Now I am gonna bust through the rest of this rock that he came off of. I doubt there's gonna be anything good in it. If there is, I will show you guys on camera. Otherwise, the next time you see me, I'll be up at the top of the bluffs. All right, so not on the top of the bluffs yet, but I wanted to show you guys how I go through a big chunk of rock like this. So you can see how it's shaped. What I like to do is just take my hammer, and it's almost like flint knapping. You just knock off a piece, you check it over, and I'll probably break this piece up a little smaller. In fact, I will, because that right there, hopefully you can see it under my thumb, right there is part of a trilobite. I don't know if that's in there or not. I think it is. I think it's on that side. But I'm going to keep busting through this, set the pieces I want to check over here, and the scrap rock back in their scrap pile that they're going to, you know, scoop up and take away. Got to save the trilobites while I can before they hit a landfill or garden fill or whatever they're going to do with this stuff. I don't know. All right, I'll get back to you. This is why I hate that soft stone, guys. That was the one I was working on. No good no more. It happens. What do we got here? That I don't believe is a trilobite. That is a little brachiopod of some sorts. Okay, enough looking around here. Let's go to where I know they'll be at. Whew, what a climb. Just made it to the top of the hill, and no joke, let me show you what I set my bag beside. So there's my bag, and here is some trilobites. Get those guys out, set them back here. This will be my go through pile. I saw some other stuff in here. I'm gonna have to check all this broken rock around here, because I have a feeling there's probably some trilobites in it. And if there are, yours truly wants to get them out. I'm also seeing evidence of trilobite right there. Now I'm not sure what kind these are going to be. Probably the Calamity celebra. Those are the main type up here. But with luck, we'll find something different. I hope we do. Probably need to check the rock I'm sitting on too. All right, I'm gonna get to busting on this. Let's see if we can find any. All right, guys, there's something I wanted to show you here. Even though this looks like one big chunk of rock, in reality, it's all layers. And I've been popping these layers. And when I pop the layers, I pop this out. Now I already gave it a hit, so it cracked. But let's take a look. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. That looks like an imprint, because there's a trilobite sitting right there. Looks to be in pretty good shape. Let me see if I can chip him out a little bit, or her, and I'll show you guys once I do. All right, you guys, there it is. The butt is in much better shape than the head, but that is a complete trilobite. That's going in the bag. It's not one of my more what's the word I'm looking for, museum quality specimens, but it'll be good for a giveaway. Somebody, probably a kid. I like to give away a lot of my not super great specimens to kids. Try to get them into the world of paleontology. Everybody thinks paleontology is dinosaurs and stuff, and don't get me wrong, dinosaurs are cool, but man, these guys are a lot older than dinosaurs, and that's a lot cooler to me. Give this a bust, see if there's anything. Break and check, always break and check, because that piece that fell down here, if I'd have left an imprint there, I'd have known to pick that piece up. All right, gonna go back to going through the layers of this rock, and we'll see if we can't work it down to nothing today, or at least pretty close. All right there, guys, that's a trilobite. Heck yeah, I'm gonna try to get him out. It looks a little beat up on that side, but I should be able to chip through here. We'll find out in a second. I'd also like to give a big shout out to my my supporters, Largent, Valiant Warrior, Cynthia Foss, The Adventure Closet. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Starting to live my dream, make it happen. If finances aren't in the case where you can donate, or, you know, like PBS, I'm run by support by viewers like you. If nothing else, guys, just give me a comment, a like, and maybe a share, or, you know, watch one of those god-awful YouTube commercials. But anyhow, thank you guys. You're all awesome. I love each and every one of you guys. All right, that's enough of that mushy stuff. Let's get back into mining for trilobites. Sadly, that one exploded on me. I kind of had a feeling that would happen. Oh well, such is life. I got a lot more rock to go through. Let's see if I can find one of these layers. That looks like a layer there. I'm gonna start trying to crack through here, see what comes out of this big layer here. I'm sure there's got to be a trilobite in it. All right, guys, splitting those layers, and there's one right there. These are a few of the chunks I've broke off. These I definitely have to go through. At that thickness, there very well could be 2 or 3 trilobites in there. Now this one, luckily I got a good break on it, and as you can see, there sits a trilobite right there. Let's should be the whole thing. It's not too terribly big. Let's see if I can pop that out a little for you guys. All right, I'm gonna try to video this while I bang on this rock. So this may be difficult. I broke this one. Let's take a look. Nothing there, but there is something right there. So set that over to the side, set this back for a base. So when you break these guys out, you just want to do gentle taps. You don't want to bang on it too hard. All right, I'm not going to be able to do this while holding the camera, so let me get this out, then I'll show you. There it is, guys. This is the reason I hunt for these trilobites. Look at that thing. That's spectacular. Missing a little bit of face, that's all right. This would look good in any museum. Into my bag it goes. That will undoubtedly move one of my other trilobites down from my collection, and it will move up into its new place. This is a mold of one, or a yeah, it's essentially the mold. I can't think of the word right now, it escapes me. But the imprint, yeah, that's the imprint of one. So there was one there somewhere. Where it's at now, only God and the rocks know. But I'm gonna go through some more of these. If I find any cool trilobites in them, I'll show them on camera. Well, that was an accidental find. I just broke that rock and that little feller popped right out. Looks to be in pretty good condition too. It's a little bitty guy, less than the width of my thumb. I'm an American, we'll do anything to not use the metric system. But gotta get that all cleaned out and take a look at that real quick. Okay, this one is 100% a molt, and the reason I say it's a molt is because if you look right there, you can see that crack. Essentially what these guys would do, they'd pop their head up and they'd crawl out, and that head would sink back into place. So this little guy right here became a bigger guy and was crawling around. Heck, for all I know, he might be that bigger when I got in my bag. I highly doubt it though, but it's possible. I'm gonna keep looking through these. Already found one little one. There's bound to be more. But that's also why it's really important to constantly break through your stuff, because there are small trilobites in here. There are big trilobites. You just gotta, sorry, I'm using my left hand. You just gotta go and make sure you check everything. And of course, check both sides. Check for the imprints, check for the fossil, and just break things down. In all honesty, I could break down a lot of these rocks out here that are sitting around and probably find a trilobite or two in them, which I might do one day. I like to break rocks. It's good exercise. Alright guys, I just popped something out of the rock. I'm not 100% certain what that is. That could be animal, that could be plant, could be a mixture of both. I'm gonna have to get this checked out and see what I can find out. I don't know if it'll be in this video, but yeah, it's weird looking. It might just be a setup of the mineral. I don't know. It's going in the bag. That's weird. Gonna keep looking on the rock, breaking stuff down. Who knows what you'll find in this rock up here. We're dealing with stuff that's 440, 450 million years old. My opinion, from what I've seen up here, there's some stuff that's older, but as I'm only a amateur paleontologist, I don't have all the fancy paperwork to say otherwise. But anywho, that's enough complaining. Back to the rock. All right, guys, little bitty trilobite right there. We just cracked the rock. We're gonna pull him out. Careful, careful. All right, the rock is cracked. Let's get him out. Oh, look at that pretty little trilobite. That's a little feller too. Wow. Ah, I love finding these things. All right, little trilobite, we're gonna put you into the special part of the bag. This is the special part of the bag. This is where I keep my wallet and keys when I'm out. And in you go for safekeeping. Be good, trilobite. I'll see you when I get home. All right, guys, this is a really good example of that layering. I was able to split this rock right in half here. You can see where the two layers had met up of sediment over time. Now there's trilobites in all these layers. In fact, these trilobites were here for, like I said, millions upon millions of years, especially whenever this was a shallow sea. Alas, the trilobite's missing most of its face, and that's a good size one too. Also, sorry about my thumb. Hit myself with a hammer. I'm bleeding, which means it's been a good rock hunt. Yeah, whenever you're bleeding, you know you've done it right. But I'm gonna get this big guy out. He's got a little bit of a face, but not much. And I'll show you what he looks like once he's completely out. Well, son of a gun, cracking him out. I just found another one. All right, let's work on both these guys then. All right, this one I will be able to repair. Got the whole thing, so that'll just be a little bit of super duper glue, and we'll be good. That one, no saving, but this one, at least I got a full one. Here's that big guy. Oh man, God, I hate whenever that happens. Not much you can really do about it working with this kind of material. It happens. It's sad, but it happens. All right, getting late in the day. I'm gonna go ahead and break this down a little bit. If I find anything cool in it, you guys know I'll show you. Otherwise, I'm going to keep that little piece. Otherwise, I guess I'll see you back at my truck. All right. See that? That's an imprint. That imprint is to this big, beautiful beast right here. Let me get that in the sunlight. Oh, yes. Pretty good size one. That makes up for the headless one. Let's look at the two of these guys side by side. About the same size. Not too shabby. One broke, but one was good. Either way, they're both coming home with me. All right, you guys, we're gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna load myself up, head back down to the truck, and I guess I would see you at the truck, but instead, how about if I see you back home in St. Louis, which should be right about now. Okay, so I'm not in St. Louis yet, but I saw a rock that I had to hit, and man, am I glad I did. Look at that, right in here. Let me get that out the way. Come on, there we go. It's a nice trilobite right there, boy. Yeah, buddy. All right, Mr. Trilobite, you're gonna come home and live with me now. Okay, I'm really going now. Popped out another trilobite. Can't beat that with a stick. Well, I mean, I guess you could, but it works better if you use a hammer. Anywho, see you guys back at my house. All right, you guys, here are my trilobites from that hunt. Here's a rock I'm working on from that hunt. I got an old beat up trilobite in there. I'm gonna try to get it out, but if I don't get that one, no big deal. I did get my small ones. I got that little bitty guy there, and as you can see, he is just a touch bigger than the width of my pinky finger. I'm an American. I'll do anything to not use the metric system. I've got this one I'm still working on. This is the one that broke. I did glue him back together, and I'll clean that glue up so it does look a lot better. Like I said, even the Smithsonian's held together with glue. Anytime you guys find a dinosaur or anything like that, chances are pretty good it's going to be glued back together. Reason it's glued back together is because you got to think this thing has sat underground for millions of years. Now these guys have sat underground longer than the dinosaurs were around. In fact, whenever dinosaurs were walking, those trilobites were already fossils. So over time you had earthquakes, you had lightning strikes, you had all sorts of other things, and the fact that you're finding a full one, it's pretty impressive. It is very impressive to find that. But anywho, those are the trilobites. All right, I went ahead and popped that one completely out. That is the one that I glued back together. Give you guys a better close-up of them. Some of them are a little beat up and missing parts, but like I said, millions and millions of years underground. This poor guy lost his face. That would have been a nice one. Well, guys, that's my trilobite video for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, Hamilton hopes you enjoyed it, and we hope to see you guys the next time we're out hunting rocks. So I guess have a good one, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Say bye, Hamilton. Say bye.